Pulaski from Canada. Who's seen this guy in television? He's really seeking attention. That's why he got arrested. Now, he loves the Lord, and he's not going to relent. He and Pastor Rodney Browne share that sense of urgency. And so, one more time, let's hear from Pastor Archer Pulaski.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I hope that those midgets are not here yet. Because, Pastor, you have given me a little bit of a fear into my heart, and I'm not easily scared. I don't want to be the one carried out by those midgets, okay? Please spare me that. Get the Gestapo. I take the Gestapo. I grew up behind the Iron Curtain. That's the beginning of the story. So 2 hours later, God sent me here for a specific purpose. When I was in prison with my brother, he came to me and he said, "What are we going to do now? What is God telling you?" I mean, being in prison, the beautiful thing about it is you have lots of time and you're fasting and you pray. You're walking around and they put chains on my legs and I was walking around and drove my brother crazy. But you see, you have lots of time and you can think and you can pray, and sometimes that's needed. But what enemy meant it for evil, God turns around for good. And what the devil thought, that arresting me in the middle of a highway, what they wanted was to make an example out of me. But what they did, they elevated me. For a position of authority, they have given me the biggest pulpit I could ever dream of. Because God is telling you and me, for such a time as this, He has raised us up. Brother, for such a time as this, He has given you this building, this opportunity, for such a time as this, because God is waiting for the lions to come and start roaring. It's time for the lions to come together. And I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. Just like you, I prophesied to my nation, Canada. God said to me on the steps of City Hall, He says, "I'm going to take away their oil, their pride. I'm going to take away their money. I'm going to destroy their economy." Why? Because the Western churches have forgotten whom they are serving. They have become apathetic, uninterested, comfortable, and they have forgotten that we have a purpose and a reason why He left us behind. You see, if His purpose was just to save us, we would say yes to Jesus and we would be taken out. But He left us for a purpose, for such a time as this. There is a destiny, He says, that every one of us has to fulfill. Enemy is strong, but God is stronger.
Yes.
In order for David to become a king, and every one of you is God's child, an ambassador, a king, a queen of God. In order for you to fulfill your destiny, you have to face those giants of the land. David would never become a king if he would not stand in front of the giant, using whatever God has been giving him. And let me remind you, he got a stone. People are looking at us and it says, "You're powerless, you have nothing, you got no money, you got no friends." I'm telling you, what I need is just a stone. What I need is just a stone that God has provided. And I'm telling you more. What David did, he took the enemy's devices against the enemy's head. He took the sword of the giant and he finished the job. God spoke to me, He says, "I want you, the church, to take the political arena. We got to run for political offices. We have to dethrone them and put our people, our brothers and sisters, in the rightful place." He says, "I want you to take the educational system, because if you don't want to fight for you got to fight for the next generation, for the grandchildren. Because this is their promised land as well." You have to take back the mainstream media, because they have forgotten what the word truth means. This is our time. I'm telling you, this is the most exciting time we could ever be born. People say, "You were arrested, you were hunted down." I was arrested a dozen times, over 100 court cases, 300 tickets, and 29 COVID tickets. I got 3 court orders, 2 injunctions, and 2 contempts, and still I am here praising my Jesus. There is nothing and no one that can stop my God. He is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He is the beginning and the end. He's the Alpha and Omega. And who are those uncircumcised Philistines that should defy the glory of the living God?
whoever that plays there is come up here again. I just want to make sure today, even tonight, this weekend, be asking yourself, what can you do as a result of this interaction? I know Dr. Christiane Northrup, I called her